were talking last week that it's good that some of these countries have got new presidents in their country, right? New leaders. But if they do nothing about what's going on over there, if all they do is take this bailout, it's like I told Stephen, if I'm running up my credit card and I'm not paying my bills, and Stephen comes in and makes a payment for me for a couple months, he'll have to stop making my payments. And if I keep running up that credit and I don't have the funds to pay it, there's still a problem there. And that's what the unknown is. Are they going to truly do something to correct the problem over there, or is this just a Band-Aid?
Where does Obama come into this?
Publicity. Yeah, he has nothing to do with it.
I don't really think to be honest with you, I don't really think there's much except talk that he can do. I mean, the government can loan money, but himself, twist some arms, I don't really know what he can do to influence those other countries besides speaking and arm twisting.
209-845-1100. Joe from Highland. What's up, Joe?
Hey, welcome back, Don. Steve, I disagree with you. I think Obama is right at the bottom of all this. There, he could come up with policies. First of all, he should let's repeal Obamacare right off the bat there, and he could come up with policies that are friendly to business. I think Obama has a lot to do with it, and he's probably at the root of the problem there. You talk about jobs and that. It's disheartening to see these lines and lines. Don, don't they, sometimes the government wants to give credit to the companies that hire people, the unemployed, and then after a year you're stuck with them, and a lot of these companies don't want to hire people because they really don't have the means for them, and they're going to have to be stuck with these people.
Well, I think that's why employment numbers are down too, because companies they have no idea where the next 2 years are going to take them as far as taxes and costs. So they don't want to be committed. But you're right. When you hire somebody, I mean, there's got to be a reason to get rid of somebody. So you're stuck with whatever that cost factor is, and I think it has the fear factor. You know, I think what we were talking.
You have to have the means to need the individual, not just to hire them and put them on a salary, and really you don't have the market for it.
Well, that's true. If you don't have goods and services being sold, then you don't have no need for employment. So.
All right, Joe. Thanks a lot, buddy. 209-845-1100. Let's go to Earl on line 3. Hey, Earl.
How you doing, my friend? I'm enjoying your program. You know, I've got two things to say. Number one, Obama keeps being ripped. Now, I'm not his biggest supporter or biggest fan about not being friendly to business. Can you tell me the statistics right now on union to management, non-union employees at General Motors?
I have no idea. No, sir.
It's almost 2 to 1. Almost 2 managers to every union employee or supervisory personnel. You know, Obama has to take what another president had been, what I thought, over lax on some of the banking regulations. He has to accept this, what he's gotten into. When you run for a president, he's facing the heat pretty damn well. Do I like all his policies? No, I do not. But I got to give him credit. He is trying to do things. Unemployment figures are up. My son-in-law, for the first time in 6 years, has been working a little overtime.
Good.
He didn't work that during the years with Bush. So anyhow, gentlemen, we've got to give this guy, he's coming toward the end of a term. Let's see how the economy picks up. I'm shaky like everybody else. I've got money invested in the markets. But we got to give this guy a fair shake. He didn't walk into all the problems. Did he create some? He sure did. But he inherited a lot, too. Thank you, guys.
Well, I mean, I understand what the gentleman's saying. I'll give him, the first two years of his presidency that, he had to deal with problems from the past. But now this is going to go, here is his end of his 3rd year. He's going to start his 4th year after the new year. I think in the last 12 months, these problems have been created by his administration that have really pushed us farther into the brink. I know that he's trying. I'm not going to argue with that man, but I think it's time for change.
All right, man. 219-845-1100. Hey, you're on the air. What's up?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Sometimes I could barely take it when I hear some of the ignorance out there. Not what you guys portray, but some of the so-called experts. Like this last gentleman who called on the radio and stated the 2 to 1 ratio of management to union membership in General Motors. let's, for the sake of argument, say those numbers are correct. Well, the gentleman just made my opinion and a lot of conservatives' opinion that proves to me that General Motors is fiscally irresponsible, so therefore taxpayer dollars should have never went to bail them out. Just following his own logic.
Right.
Goodbye. Thanks.
Well, I agree with you because, number one, it's last week the government stepped in and said American Airlines should not go bankrupt. Well, why did they step in and say we're going to bail out General Motors? They should have let them go bankrupt too. If these companies cannot support their workforce and cannot support and make their product, then like any other company, they should go by the wayside.
Well, hey, just go to the automobile industry, buy a Ford. They didn't take any money, and look, they're still doing pretty good.